Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Oak and Agave. This is episode number 7.
This is
I'm I'm Prentiss, and this is
Chris.
good to see y'all tonight.
Episode number 7. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, we want to stop right here and give thanks to Bruzel
Yes.
for giving us a shout out on his channel the other night.
Week before last, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
On a Monday night.
Yeah. And man,
That was an honor.
It's like-
Thank you.
it's like the channel has just went since then. And we appreciate it. Really do.
Definitely do. Thank you.
Hope you guys have enjoyed something that you've seen or heard or whatever.
As always, y'all feel free to leave a comment, even if you disagree with something, or that's fine. Make a comment and we can chat it and get it figured out if it's something we stumbled on.
I don't think we mentioned our special guest on the other video, but they have made a return appearance.
Yes, they have.
The Big Feets and Hoseby.
Hoseby.
Not Jose, Hoseby.
He's got some little rattling going on.
He has a maracas.
And I tell you, I have come up with a name for Big Feet.
What's his name?
And we can probably get into it sometime, but his name is Enoch. Are you familiar with Enoch?
Vaguely.
Enoch,
From the Old Testament.
Old Testament was,
The oldest man.
no, that was Methuselah,
Yeah, that's what
which
I said.
Methuselah was his grandson. I think,
That was
if I've got this right, he was Noah's great-great-grandfather.
So was that Noah there with the sombrero?
Noah with the sombrero. Everybody to the ark.
Going to split.
But I thought Enoch would be a good name. It's an old name. And also,
Enoch, the Bigfoot.
kind of get off on something like we do. In the Bible, it mentions the Nephilim.
The who?
The Nephilim. The Nephilim was a breed of half human and angel.
Big Feets.
Well, that's some stuff we can talk about sometime. But I came across a series of books, and one of them was, if I'm remembering the title, it was Enoch Primordial. If I'm saying that correctly. And it's fiction based on biblical scripture and truth. And in that book, Enoch was a giant killer. And it got into,
Kind of like David.
yes, which the lineage went on down into that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. But there's some of my friends and I, we talk about Bigfoot, and we actually get out and try to look for Bigfoot, which is just another good excuse to be out in the woods. But some of us kind of have become
Drink beer.
am I saying that right? Become? I don't think I'm saying that right. We have started to believe that if the bipedal creature known as Bigfoot or Sasquatch does exist, it kind of leads into the Nephilim. And I know that's kind of stretching and getting into a rabbit hole there, but we like getting into rabbit holes. So
Speaking of Nephilim, what's the bubble around the earth?
the firmament is what that's-
Firmament.
Yes.
Do you really believe in the
I
firmament?
am not a dome flat earther believer. And
Yeah, I'm not either.
I know some people who are, and we've had some interesting discussions. Of course, they go to the Bible and they reference, well, they talk about the four corners and the four winds. We also have to realize that the earth was much more contained on what their knowledge
Right.
of geography was. at
Yeah, they
that
didn't have
time.
a globe back
They
then
didn't.
in their one-room school.
But, you can sit there, man, and argue for hours and hours. And it's one of those things. I've had people get mad at me because I'm just kind of adamant about I don't believe it. And sometimes I can be kind of a smart butt.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, we all have our beliefs, and I believe we're going to be sampling some Jack
Some
Daniels.
Jack Daniels, which the title tonight is
You don't know
Jack
Daniels,
Daniels.
but you're gonna. We have got a lineup for you tonight.
There's some Jack Daniels I did not know existed.
We have got a lineup tonight.
And here lately I've been learning about I'm saying it right, Coy Hill, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Coy Hill is the highest point own the Jack Daniels distillery.
Okay, so there is a
It is a
geographical
Coy
location.
Hill.
Coy Hill.
There is a rick house on top of Coy Hill.
So was Coy a distiller or somebody, or
You know what? I don't know.
was
I
it
just
a
know
Coy
it's
dog or
I
something
know
that
it's a
roamed
hill.
around
It's
on the
kind of
property?
like Mount Sinai
Mount
or
Sinai.
whatever. I don't know.
Moses on Mount Sinai. Prentiss was on Mount Coy Hill.
Mount Cyanide.
Mount Sinai.
Anyway, so we're going to start off with a little bit of Sinatra, and kind of what sets Sinatra Jack Daniels apart is the barrel in which it's aged. It is aged in the staves in the barrel are actually grooved on the inside.
So on the inside.
So like, you know, you've seen my barrel stave
Yep.
in there. It's just kind of smooth, but it's charred. So they groove it.
So what does the grooving do?
It allows the whiskey to penetrate into the wood deeper. Yeah. So it's supposed to give a more mellow taste and more flavor of the barrel.
So that wood is key to all of this whiskey,
Oh,
bourbon,
absolutely, 100%.
and Jack Daniels is not bourbon, correct?
Technically, it is.
It is, but
the folks, the good people at Jack Daniels do not want you to call it bourbon. They want you to call it Tennessee whiskey.
see, I'm learning something here. The
Because
Jack Daniels don't want it to be called
right,
bourbon.
because a bourbon technically cannot be flavored. And the argument is that the charcoal mellowing process of the Jack Daniels flavors the whiskey.
Okay.
So if you've never been on a tour of the facility,
Never have been.
highly recommend.
We ought to go on
It is
location
the
and maybe
best
do
distillery tour that I've ever done, and I've been
an
through
episode
a bunch of them.
on location there sometime.
I
That would be
love
cool.
that. I'm actually a Tennessee squire.
Yeah, you've got a piece of property.
Yeah, I
there.
got a 1 by 1 inch
I
of
saw the
property
deed.
on the distillery grounds.
But have you been in the cave?
I've not been in the cave.
I hear
I've,
that's a prestigious tour.
sat on the wall outside the cave.
Sat on the wall, so you was there at the cave.
I was
A
at
lot
the cave.
closer than I've been.
Yeah. I mean, it's cold in there too. It's like 58 year round.
I know one time some friends and I were coming back from Nashville, and we were going to go to the distillery. We got off the interstate, and we just kept driving and driving, and one of them had to get back home. And it's not like right off the interstate.
No, it's a little bit.
Because we had drove over half
15
an hour.
miles,
It was where we
In the
turned
way.
off. It made you think you were going to be right there at it.
Right,
and we
no,
drove
no,
for
no,
30
it's like-
minutes and still we're not there. So
it's like,
it was a little drive for sure.
yeah, it's a drive, but if definitely next time you go to Nashville, make time to do that because it is well worth it. You get to sample some really good stuff, but probably one or two of these. So this guy,
Which one's that one?
that is a single barrel, just a single barrel store pick. And then this guy, which is a single barrel proof rye. And then this guy, which is a single barrel proof.
A barrel proof.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
As Kim, one of the tour guides at Jack Daniels, says, whiskey. Yeah, she was actually on The Biggest Loser, the TV program.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
The Biggest
and
Loser.
she did good on it. She did really good. But she is by far the funniest tour guide that I've ever had at any distillery. She made me fall in love with Jack Daniels. Just her personality and everything.
So she
is just
sold you on it, didn't she?
amazing. Yeah. And you know what we don't have out here? We don't have
Number
a
7?
Jack Daniels number 7
I
out here.
noticed that earlier.
And
That bottle looks
funny-
real similar to it, doesn't it?
a funny thing about Jack Daniels number 7 is once a month, the employees get a bottle of liquor.
Just hand it to them.
Every single employee of the Jack Daniels distillery,
Is it the number 7 or?
yes, gets a bottle of number 7. That's some of the things you'll learn on the tour.
Standing here looking at the bottles, it's neat to see all the variations in the shapes.
Yeah.
And the writing on the back of this one.
Yep. this looks like a really old bottle,
Old, like I'm thinking an old
like
medicine
old
bottle.
style
Yeah.
Jack bottle.
From back in the
But,
1800s.
You want to get into this?
Yep,
a little bit.
I do.
Let's start off with the
This
Sinatra.
is new territory.
The Sinatra is 90 proof. This is a 1 liter bottle, and it actually says crafted for bold flavor and exceptional smoothness.
With grooves in the staves.
Yes,
That's interesting.
that makes it really good. And this comes in a really nice packaging. It comes in a box. It's got a little book and all that with it. It's really cool. And you can pick one of these up for about $150.
So that's not a hard find there.
No, not really.
It's just that the specialty of it makes it more pricey. Yeah.
Yeah. Just and actually old Frank. So this is supposed to be the recipe from back when he was pushing Jack Daniels.
So
So
he
it's a different
part of the
recipe.
Rat Pack, they called it?
Oh yeah.
Who was that? Dean Martin? Frank Sinatra? Sammy Davis Jr.? Was it? It was 4 of them. What was it?
Dean Martin.
Yeah, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, and
Sammy
Frank
Davis Jr.
Frank Sinatra. I'm about to say Frank Martin.
Oh, and Jerry Lewis. Did we say
Was Jerry Lewis part of the Rat
Yeah,
Pack?
yeah. I think he was.
How's the leg on this one?
Yeah, it should be pretty
All
good.
those men I noticed, which all of them were alive when I was young. You remember
Yeah.
those days?
Oh, yeah.
TV was golden in those
Jerry
days.
Lewis telethon,
Yeah.
man.
Or what about the Cannonball Run? You remember that with Sammy
yeah.
Davis Jr. and
Yeah.
Dean Martin? And they were always promoting a good drink, weren't they?
What's his name? Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds was in it.
There was a lot of
Man,
good.
it was Farrah Fawcett was in one. Even Jackie Chan premiered
Did you
in
have
one
the
of
poster?
Farrah Fawcett. Who did not have a Farrah Fawcett poster of the day? And then later on, when
Wouldn't
the
you
Fall
like to
Guy
find
came,
one of those posters now? I think I would hang it up out here.
I would. That would be a cool thing to
That
have a
would
little
be-
frame.
I don't think Tara would get mad.
Why? I mean, it was Farrah Fawcett.
Fawcett's
Come on.
dead, man. So,
Yeah, she did pass away, didn't she? What about Heather from the Fall Guy?
Locklear.
It's Locklear.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
was my
married-
favorite.
She married, was it Tommy Lee with Motley Crue?
No, tell me she didn't marry him. I know that was what's her name from
Pamela.
Baywatch? Pamela Anderson
Pamela.
married him.
Speaking of Baywatch,
Baywatch.
Donna D'Errico. Are you familiar with Donna?
Not right offhand.
Her sister lives in Columbus.
Who is she? She's on the series?
Donna D'Errico was like the replacement for Pamela Anderson.
She was.
on Baywatch. Yeah. And
I watched
her sister lives
Baywatch
in
for a little
Columbus.
while, but I really didn't get into it, you know,
The company that I used to work for with the tall building
with the tall building.
and the duck,
Oh,
yeah, in Columbus.
I know which one you're referring to.
So Donna D'Errico used to come up there and visit her sister sometimes.
That's interesting.
She's a beautiful, beautiful girl.
Well, I'm sure if she was the replacement, because Pamela
I mean,
Anderson
she'd
back in
be.
the day, she was a beautiful woman.
Absolutely.
Everybody was like, Pamela Anderson, rah! Yeah.
So what are you smelling on this guy?
All right. So,
Oh man, I'm getting the classic bourbon smell, and at only 90 proof, this thing, the viscosity and everything on the glass
man, I don't know why.
is just
And this is me, but when you ask me smells, I'm places. All right. So, we got something sneaking around.
Anyway.
Anyway, it might
So-
be one of my children.
I don't think so.
roaming around.
No.
So anyway, and I don't know if I'm at a place yet because I'm so new to this. I maybe going into my second year of I'm a baby.
Have you tried that yet?
No, I've never. I'm sitting here, and this is the truth. I've not had any of these bottles. Number 7 is it.
I just got into this guy.
So you asked me the notes. See, and my nose takes me to places. Like I said earlier, fall, and that was that tequila.
Yeah.
This is also a smell, and this is going to be crazy. And a lot of people who are not local will probably not get this, but I know you will. The fair that used to come to Columbus, the Gooding's $1 Million Midway, that time of the year, and the food.
Don't tell me the horse stall.
No, not the horse stall. No. Maybe a mixture of that. You know, hey, you're the one who taught me that they used to lace bourbon. That's why they brought about bonded. But I'm getting.
I know what you're fixing to say.
Go ahead.
Candy apple.
See, man, there's that.
There's the candy apple.
And this may sound crazy, but man, those French fries with the malt vinegar. Do you remember those that were in the cone? I'm getting that. See, I'm weird. I'm weird, guys. So
no, I see what you get with the vinegar a little bit.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
But it's that malt vinegar.
I think I've said it before on here that a lot of people bring up the Sharpie note, like a
wow.
Yeah,
that completely surprised me there.
Oh, yeah.
Now see, that was completely.
And
it's almost like a butterscotch.
For 90 proof, you get a little hug too.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah.
Is that a toffee or a butterscotch or? It was real sweet. I mean, good sweet though. Yeah. Not like something too sugar.
That's the grooves in that barrel is going to bring out more sweetness.
That was good. Yeah. Man, them legs hold on there, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is good stuff right there. And we're going to skip over a couple of these tonight because we can pour little bitty tiny samples out of each one, but if we drink, because we got some 135s.
Oh yeah,
all down here.
135 hits pretty hard. So that was 90 proof right there.
That was 90 proof. But yeah, that's
good.
It's number 7, but it's stepped up a couple of notches.
Oh yeah, it's notched up for sure. That is good stuff, Prince.
Yeah. So, how do you want to do it? Do you want to get a little bitty pour, or do you want to skip and get?
Let's do. I'm going to have to do a little bitty pour. Okay. If that's cool. But I just want to get a little taste.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video or not, but I was watching one of Bruzel's videos, and I think he was in Washington, D.C. on this particular one, and he was actually getting to sample, excuse me, in that store, and they just had these little samples of bourbon, and I thought that was pretty cool. I've never been in a store.
Oh, where you can buy.
Yeah, he had them sitting on the counter,
yeah.
And he had 7 or 8 bottles.
Stores do that with their picks.
Will they do that?
They'll have
in Columbus?
Sometimes they'll have special tastings.
Okay,
at the ones in Columbus. But
I'm going to clean my palate on this.
A buddy of mine who actually gave me this guy for us to do this show with tonight.
Is that the Coy Hill?
That is the Coy Hill.
That's the one I'm looking for.
This is the 2024 release.
Because I've heard y'all talking so much about it. It's
proofed down. So it's 123.9.
23.
So typically the 2021 Coy Hills, they got all the way up to 148.
It's a completely different smell, man.
They got all the way up to 148.
Now, which one was this when you poured?
This is the single barrel store pick.
Now, see, I'm getting that Sharpie note on this.
It's 94%.
That Sharpie smell that you talk about, that's definitely. Which to me, a Sharpie smells good. So
you can find these pretty much anywhere. But Randy Davis, shout out for the Coy Hill.
Randy,
thank you very much. We really,
man, he really likes you, don't
he? He seems to.
That's awesome to pass that along.
Hey,
wow,
Randy's a good dude, man. He's legit. But we appreciate it. Thank you for that. Really. So
okay. This is an amazing thing to me. Maybe not so amazing to all you experts out there, but we went from a 90 to a
94.
94. Okay, so you were talking about this one being the 120. Okay,
right.
That had no hug in it at all.
Really?
Not to me, it didn't.
I'm getting a little bit, or it could be acid reflux. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit.
You know what?
I'm going to call a timeout right here.
It's a 94.
94. Yep.
So are we climbing higher?
So the next guy is a bonded Jack Daniel's bonded.
Going to 100 proof.
100 proofer. And this is bonded is a big, bold Tennessee whiskey. with layered notes of caramel, rich oak, and spice.
Now, we didn't do that bonded when we did our bonded,
We did not.
did we?
Giving way to a pleasantly lingering finish. Let's see.
Lingering. Are you lingering?
So, no, the finish is. I'm not, but the finish is.
That's good.
Mhm.
I'm good.
I'm trying not to pour us too much because
We've got a lot to sample.
we got a lot of stuff to sample.
Used to those deep pours, and we're like, that's usually on one or
Yeah.
two bottles.
That's, I mean, that's still a, what, quarter ounce, half ounce maybe? That one smells,
Now, I've got
I'm
to
going to say it smells kind of like the single barrel.
it does, but it's not as, that Sharpie smell is not as strong to me. It's more aromatic.
Well,
It's got a, like, what am I smelling?
and you remember the bonded process, right? So it's got to be aged 4 years in a new white
Barrel.
American oak charred barrel. And it's got to be aged in a government bonded warehouse.
There was another thing, right? Was there 4 stipulations? Or
Probably.
Seemed like there was a 4th one you mentioned. I can't remember.
There probably was. But yeah, I don't remember it either. But
There's
Mine
actually
did.
so much knowledge thrown at me here lately. My mind is like,
that is a $30 bottle of Jack.
man, that is so surprising.
And
That's smooth. I'm getting that little bit of a hug right there.
it's better than the Sinatra to me. I'm just going to say it.
I'm going to say so far out of these 3,
Yeah.
that is.
And this
Better.
is really supposed to be a special.
You know, it's
edition
funny,
bottle.
man, how your palate can be from day to day. Actually,
Oh, it'll be different. Yeah. Well, it depends on your sinuses, allergies may be acting up. You might
it
not.
could be the weather. I mean, it's,
Right. I mean,
yeah.
there's hundreds of factors, but that's good. I mean, you know what? I could have brought that triple mash out here too, and you would have
Triple mash.
triple mash. I don't remember it's like a corn and a wheat and a barley or a rye mix. And
I think so far that's the better tasting one, and that's their bonded. So now they only have one bottle that's bonded, or they have different.
now they got a bottled and bond rye. They got a bottled and bond triple mash, and then this guy.
So the triple mash was the one you were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
that was
in
bonded.
this series. Yeah,
So that's the bib, right? When you
Yeah.
say bib, that's bottle and bond.
bottled and bond, bonded in love. That was our Thanksgiving edition.
That's good. Yeah.
No.
The Thanksgiving Day.
It was actually Valentine's.
I
Day.
actually have changed the name of Valentine's Day. I now call it Halloween.
I call it Thanksgiving.
And Halloween is Hallowtime.
All Hallows Eve.
And the stuff that I witness, it just makes you, why do we do Valentine's? It's just a crazy thing. It is.
Well, to me, it's a day set apart to I don't know. I don't do anything different that day.
I don't either. But I see a lot of craziness.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's move along. Thanksgiving is a
so
good day.
next up is the Bottle Shop Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye, coming in at 130.9.
So this is going to be my first
This
ride.
is a Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye, and that's not fair that it's your first rye,
So it's not
because this will be one of the better ryes that you will taste.
Oh, okay.
And it's not really fair.
That's good right there.
Not really fair to the other ryes that you'll taste, other than
Now, see, this is that hit hard. That's got that Sharpie smell going on again. That's a good way to explain that one smell. I was calling it a chemistry lab smell.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of people that I've watched.
You remember in college?
heard.
Did you take chemistry in college and you had the labs? And
I didn't take anything
man,
in college.
you get in there and the smells that were there, and in the biology lab, man, it was just I don't know if you call that a clean smell, a purification smell, a Sharpie smell is a good way to put it. Probably a better smell that people would understand is that Sharpie smell. So this
What
is the rye.
mash bill of Jack Daniel's rye. Let's see if this tells. It is 70% rye, 18% corn, and 12% malted barley.
Malted barley. So
Yep. So it's 70% rye. Where a lot of your ryes that you're going to taste are from MGP, and they are 95.5. So 95%.
whoa, that got all up in my nose. What's all that?
95% rye. That's was the proof for one.
What proof is that?
130.6, I think it was.
Yeah, that was funny. All of a sudden, it was like, "Rah."
Yeah, that's the ethanol kind of burning off in here.
So, so you said the MS. What did you say now? I'm trying to learn the lingo.
MGP
MGP.
is Midwest Grain Products. They are the biggest producer of spirits, I believe, in the world. I don't know. I could be. They're probably wrong about that, but
Well, isn't 95% of all bourbon is in Kentucky, produced in Kentucky? Is that,
I don't know.
am I wrong on that?
I have no idea. But I know MGP makes a lot
Of the
Of
ingredients.
of
Or whiskey.
whiskey.
Where are they located?
So a lot of
you
your
said Midwest. I mean, are we?
they're in Indiana. But
Indiana.
a lot of your distilleries buy MGP barrels and they age them in their own warehouses,
Okay.
and they call it their own juice. And a lot of them put bottled and distilled by the name of that company, whatever it is. But if it says Indiana on the back, distilled in Indiana, it's 99% going to be MGP.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And it's Midwest grain product.
they're enormous. Yeah. There's lots of companies that they use MGP juice.
That's interesting.
I'm not going to name them right now because I'm probably wrong about half of them. But anyway.
Belch sometimes, don't it?
So what do you think about the first rye?
I liked it.
But see, it's like I said, it's not fair because that's going to be some of the best
Some
rye
of the top quality rye
that
there.
you'll taste. Like the Jack Daniel's barrel proof ryes are sought after.
That's interesting. See, man, I'm learning here about Jack. Like, you don't know Jack.
You don't know Jack. I'm
'Cause,
telling
man,
you,
you
didn't
know-
know Jack, did you?
How majority of the people that which
They
I,
don't know Jack. They think
You're
about
right.
old number
the
7.
old number
I
7.
want a Jack and
and that's
Coke.
basically a mixer.
So Jack and Coke is probably the most popular bar drink ever.
Jack
I mean,
and
it's
Coke.
easy. It's kind of like Bud Light used to be before they killed themselves.
Yeah.
Was everybody it's easy to say, it's easy to remember, it's easy to roll off the tongue. On Bud Light.
On Bud Light.
Now it's I want to make
What's
all
the official beer of the PBR? I don't even know if that's still a thing. I know the professional bull riders are, but I don't know if Bud Light's still their
Bud Light
big
had
sponsor.
some big
Yeah.
names. They had
That was
George
one of the
Strait.
big ones. Yeah, he was a
I
big
mean, they had like Metallica,
man.
Kid Rock.
They shot that down, didn't they?
What about the video with Kid Rock out there just blasting the Bud Light away with the 9mm rifle? Anyway, well, let's get into this guy. This is a Jack Daniel's 10-year-old whiskey, aged for 10 years. And it's good stuff. It's 97 proof.
So on those bottles, does it say anywhere when it was put in a barrel and then put in a bottle?
It does not on this one. No.
Because I came across a bottle of
This is
Knob
batch
Creek,
1.
and it
too,
said
by the
that
way.
on the bottle. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them that do. Like this guy. This guy says bottling date is 2/15/24, and it was,
I guess they would call it barreled.
yeah, but it didn't say barrel date. But this is probably 8 or 9 years old. But this guy, hey, and actually a lot of YouTubers today got their samples of their 14-year-old.
Wow.
I am super excited
So-
for the hunt for that one.
When, like, if you take a 20-year-old, are you kind of starting to get on the other extreme of it not tasting good?
No.
Really?
Heck no.
So, is there anything?
20-year-old Pappy is like one of the
Is there anything beyond 20 years?
yeah. I've got
Really?
a 23-year-old Rhetoric in the house right now, and I sampled that guy the other day, and boy, it's dusty.
Man.
It tastes like it's been in your
So what
grandma's
proof is
attic.
this one?
This is 97 proof. It was actually in the barrel for 10 years. 10-year-old Jack Daniels.
10-year-old Jack Daniels.
So wait till you try this. Next.
12.
But I want you to remember these tastes, because we're getting down to some good stuff now, like some really good stuff.
That was good.
This is batch one. First,
This is reminded
this
me
is actually like
this
the
bottle.
first one of the first age stated Jacks that they come out with.
that was good. I'll have to say it reminds me of that one. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not, but it's good.
It reminds me of it, but it's better. Better.
So this was 100
100 proof.
That's the bottled and bond.
Yeah. And see, I think you're learning that proof equals flavor too.
Yes, most definitely. I didn't realize
Because
that at first.
the lower the proof, the more water that they have put into the whiskey.
You're definitely
or
getting your better
tequila.
taste in the higher end proofs there.
So some of the best tasting tequilas that you'll ever taste are the higher proof tequilas.
And how high did they go? You said 90? Did they get up
I think
100?
I've got a 93 or 94 in there.
That's about
That's
top on
about
that.
tops. Yeah. But we'll get into that sometime soon too. Like do some high proof tequila.
I like that one. That's a 10-year-old.
That's a 10-year-old Jack. Yeah.
That is a smooth tasting whiskey. I like that one.
And back to the proof thing. A lot of people, like, I've got a couple of hazmats in there. If you call it a hazmat, it's got to be 140 plus.
We tried those on the.
100.
Was it
Yeah,
the
we did.
last?
We did, didn't we?
Was that the last?
Yeah, we tried one hazmat and one almost hazmat.
One was a barrel. Was it the
That was a short barrel.
short barrel? And then the other one that was almost was 13th
13th Colony 15th anniversary is 139.2, I believe.
That's getting on up there.
And that's right there at it. But that,
So what's the highest they go?
oh my gosh, I've seen some 161s, but
Really?
I mean, like Everclear is 200. It's
yeah,
like pure alcohol.
Man, I'm
Like
trying to.
you take a sip of that, and your liver
There
just
was
falls
a-
out of you.
A good friend of mine. He was one of these like Dr. Frankenstein. He liked to take drinks and make these drinks, and he made one. If I'm remembering, it was either called a gorilla fart or a duck fart, and it was
That's funny, by the way.
it was funny, and it made you funny. It had Everclear in it. What's the other clear one with the gold in it?
Gold Slugger.
Had gold slogger, and it was another clear one. It was 3 clears, and they were all high end.
Probably Bacardi 151.
I believe that it had the bat on the rum,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
Bacardi
think
rum
that was the
151.
monster.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill somebody.
Man, and those things would take you into another realm.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
shots, but it was crazy shots. And I never was
That's
the one
like
to get
liver
into.
rotting and stuff. Like,
Yeah, man, you'd wake up
rock
and
gut.
your liver would be tapping you on the shoulder going, hey,
laying
you
next
hurt
to
me.
you like, hey, dude,
That hurt.
let's
So,
keep yourself in check.
yeah, and those would make you really kind of think about stuff like, I don't
Yeah.
need to do that again. But yeah, I believe that was what that was called, a duck fart or a gorilla fart. And those things were terrible.
That's funny.
They were terrible.
Anyway, so next up on the list is a Jack Daniel's 12-year-old whiskey coming in at 107.
I'm expecting this one to be better than that one, correct?
This is batch number 1 of Jack 12 coming in at 107. 107, I've found, is kind of the sweet spot.
So it's a good spot. Huh?
Like, well, that's what old Rip Van Winkle and Pappy and all that is, 107. So,
Rip Van Winkle.
If it's good enough for them, it's got to be
good enough for Jack.
Good enough for Jack.
So you don't know Jack until you try some Jack. Give me a little more than that.
Sure.
Yeah, let me hit that palate with it. That's good. You ain't even poured it. There you go.
There we go.
I need something to swirl around and look at.
Jack
Man,
12.
am I smelling that one already?
Probably. I sat out here one night.
Wow.
Listening to music. Listening to music is what I just said. I didn't say
watching music. I was watching music one night after doing a gorilla fart.
And I drank about that much of that bottle. That much.
In one night sitting.
One night sitting. And it was that's how good it is. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Let me ask you this, because this is lack of knowledge. The higher the proof, I know you have to be careful when you're drinking. I understand that. You don't want to abuse it. But let me ask you this. If say you like what you did, do the hangovers, or do you not seem to have much of a hangover with your higher proofs? Like
you do.
Like with a beer. I've learned with
100%
beer.
100% you do.
You have worse?
Yeah.
Because I noticed like with your better beers, the more the quality of the beer, they don't seem, if you imbibe too much, so to speak, you don't seem to hurt.
I'll say this. There's a country music singer that says the hangovers hurt more than they used to.
That's because of old age.
Well,
and that's where we're heading.
Anyway, so.
Well, I think they moved the wheel for us.
Back to tequila. So most of the good tequilas are triple distilled, where bourbon is not triple distilled. And the more times it's distilled, the less hangover you're going to have.
So we're at a 107?
Yes.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm hit it.
So if you drink a really good, that's a 10-year 97.
And this was the 107.
107 12-year. Yep. So the better the tequila that you drink, the less hangover. I can drink tequila and wake up the next morning and be ready to go. But I can drink this
and be sloshy
and just be
kind of like, why did I do that?
Yeah. Like now, a good hangover takes about 2 days to get over.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm 55, so.
Well, I'm only 21.
I know. Well, I had to card you before you partook. So, what'd you think about the 12-year?
I like it, but I'm going to say this: I like the 10-year better.
No.
Is that bad to say? Should I not have said that?
You give me your honest opinion. That's why you're here. But to me, that 12-year just kicks its rear end.
But see, you've been in this a lot longer.
97 proof is probably about your sweet spot right now, to be honest with you. As you get into the game,
I like this bond.
Your proof will go up.
Look, I did that. That's been my
97.
Well, that's 3. I know, but still,
there's no difference.
Yeah. So we started at 90.
So the Bottle and Bond is your favorite so far?
It is, man. Is that weird? I'm weird, aren't I?
No, you're not weird, but
am I just not?
That 12 is just something else to me. That's on a whole different level. Whole different level than.
But see, I've never had any of these.
Whole different level
than these. Your palate has been caramelized, homogenized, and vandalized,
and brutalized,
and brutalized. So
it was brutalized the other night with that short barrel 141.
Was that the
stuff
one?
that
The one
stuff
we got
is
into?
So good.
The hazmat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
that
see
stuff
that
is-
hurting you.
It is delicious.
Come in there like a
It's like
Horace Gracie and just slamming you,
and just tie you up.
tie
in a
you
knot.
up, and put that
But-
arm bar
but
and rip
look,
your
that-
shoulder out.
That 141 is kind of like a fat kid with cake.
Yeah,
or I'm sorry, like me with cake,
me with cake.
because it's just so flavorful, but it will hurt you.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you got your wife in the car with you, and you're on family vacation.
and you're talking about Pamela Anderson.
No, you're on the National Lampoon Vacation.
Oh
and the,
my goodness!
And the hot blind pulls up next to
Yeah.
you in the convertible Ferrari.
Christy Brinkley was that?
Christy Brinkley, yeah,
Yes.
with a bikini top on. And you look over and you're like,
great movie. And he had that sandwich.
yeah, and then, but she wakes up and she sees you doing it, you know. So that's what the 141 does. to you.
Yeah, and then you're just a black eye.
Yeah, you're slapping yourself in the face with that sandwich, and then she's slapping you in
All
the face
googly,
with that pocket of fist.
or that sledgehammer she has tucked away in the glove box.
Yeah, the 38.
That was good. I can't say that's bad. It's good, but I'm being honest with my stuff so far.
And that's why I wanted Chris to do the channel, because he's not familiar with the stuff. So we get an honest review, right?
Yeah, and I'm giving you as honest as I can.
We get an honest review of a novice guy that don't drink a lot, that's not familiar with a lot of bourbons, and he don't know Jack.
I don't know Jack. I'm learning Jack.
But now he does.
See, I'm familiar with number 7. Not that I drink.
He
a lot
knows
of
Jack
that.
now.
I do. I'm learning it, and they're
Yeah. There's some
good
bangers.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
A lot of people think Jack Daniels. And they
Jack
picture-
Daniels, if you please.
they-
Who's
they-
that?
David Allen Coe.
David Allen Coe.
They picture the old number 7 bottle, and it's on the bottom shelf at the
How
Texaco
many
station.
T-shirts were made? The black T-shirts with the label on it.
And how many rock groups and motorcycle gangs just copied that logo?
Yeah, it's
Don't you know that their legal staff just is so busy all the time?
oh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
Anyway, so do you know who owns Jack Daniels?
no, I do not.
Brown Foreman.
Who is Brown Foreman? You gotta tell us.
Brown Foreman owns Old Forester.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's get a list. They have got a ton.
I'm fixing to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is this the one you were telling me to get the other day?
Yes.
So now I'm fixing to taste what I missed out on.
What distilleries does Brown Foreman own?
Brown Foreman.
All right. So they own Jack Daniels, Old Forester, Woodford Reserve, Diplomatico Rum.
Who? Diplomatico rum?
Yep. They also own Glendorranich, which is a Scotch. They own Ben Ryack. I'm not sure what that is. Diplomatico Rum, Corbel Champagne, Early Times,
Oh, early time.
Chambord. Do you know what Chambord is?
I do not.
Chambord is a raspberry liqueur. Comes in a round hand grenade looking bottle. And we use it for making peanut butter and jelly shots.
Peanut butter and jelly shots.
You get you some screwball.
That sounds like trouble.
Screwball, put it in the freezer, get it out, pour you about half of a shot of screwball, and then half a shot of Chambord on top of that. Don't mix it, and just shoot it. Dude, it's like you bit into a dadgum Uncrustable.
Uncrustable. It'll make you into
My kids used to eat Uncrustables every single.
Oh,
They may still. Hey, C and C, do y'all still eat Uncrustables and take a Swiss cake roll
Those
and
got real popular in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah. My kids ate
Yeah.
them every single day of their life in school. All right, let's get into this.
So we're going into the
Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, 135.4 proof.
This is where you were saying, pardon this terminology, but you said I am a proof whore.
I am.
And I get it. I'm starting to understand that a lot.
I am a proof whore.
Because the taste,
A proof Jezebel.
the taste does get better when the proof is higher. I will agree there.
Gotta make sure you don't get a.
Because so far, can I do my 1, 2, and 3? And don't be mad at me.
No.
Okay. This is my 1.
Okay.
This is my 2, and this is my 3.
Well,
okay.
We're fixing to get into some other stuff. We still got,
and I'm just
we
being
still
honest.
got the Jack Daniel's barrel proof.
And we've got Coy Hill, which
And
I'm
Coy
excited.
Hill. I
hope
too.
I'm not going to be let down on that.
I have not tried it yet either.
Really?
No. I wanted to, but I was like,
So,
I'm not going to try
This
it
is new grounds for you.
until tonight.
Wow.
You don't know Jack.
And this is the single barrel
Single
proof.
barrel proof, 139.4 proof.
So explain to me again,
135,
because I've
yeah.
got so much. What is barrel proof again?
Straight out of the barrel.
Straight out, single
Yep.
barrel. It's only been in one barrel,
Single barrel proof.
and it's poured straight out of the barrel.
Straight out. Yep. Straight out of the bottle of the barrel into.
And this
Their
was the one
vat
you were telling me
or
to pick
whatever.
up the other day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think the bottle shop had 126 proof or something like that.
And this is what now?
135.
135.
The higher the proof on these, if I see a higher proof, I grab it. Anytime I see it. It's my favorite.
Mm.
Besides the 13 colony, 15th anniversary.
Wow, that was good.
I told you. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
Okay,
The higher the proof you can find, the better too.
I'm gonna have to say that's my number 1 right now.
Right. I figured it would be.
Wow.
And the finish goes for days. You get a little bit of a hug,
Just a little bit.
a little bit of a hug,
That's
but you
amazing.
get the finish is just
Man, that was fantastic.
the finish is just
Okay.
amazing.
So now we're at number 1. I'm still gonna keep these in order.
Okay.
Okay. Don't be mad at me about
Nah,
this.
I ain't
Okay.
mad.
Don't be mad at me. Don't let me come back. Let me come back. You know.
I might let you come back.
So
We still got to do a couple videos.
at least 1 or 2 before you just
Yeah,
get out of here
yeah.
with your 12-year-old.
Take your big feet and get the hell out of here.
But you know the funny thing about it, we could do this sometime down the road, and it'd be completely different. This move up, that move down.
It could
you,
be,
you know, but I
But I
doubt it
doubt it.
because that right there, that was
That's what I was telling you about.
yeah.
And like you bought an E.H. Taylor small batch.
But I have not opened it.
I think it's 92 proof. I think. I'm probably wrong.
Well, it was one you recommended.
Yeah, I mean it's
And Mike,
good.
out of the other
They're hard
three,
to find.
out of the other 3,
They're hard to
Mike told me to take that one.
find. Right.
And you had told me to if
Yeah.
it was there. And what was cool, I asked him about it. And he kind of did this number. He went,
Yeah, because
"It's funny."
it's a semi unicorn.
And he walks to the back, and he's gone. And I'm there, doo doo. He comes back, and it's in a bag.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Holy crap!"
That's the way it was with my Fortaleza.
I was like, "Okay."
Hey, about the Fortaleza. So I went in there. I was looking around, and he said, "Did you find everything okay?" I said, "Well, kind of looking for some Fortaleza." He was like, "Oh yeah, I got
Did he
some
kinda give
Blanco."
that- Did he give you that look around like this?
Yeah, like
Making sure. y'all
like
were in the
nobody
Yeah.
heard me.
Yeah.
Like I've got some Blanco back there. You want one? I was like, yeah. So he brought the bag out,
This isn't that long.
and he took it. He took it
sack.
to the cashier. You know,
Oh, he handed it to me right
he,
there.
he took mine to the
But
cashier.
you had more of a unicorn.
I was still looking too. Though
So the E.H. Taylor is somewhat of a unicorn.
it is a semi unicorn.
Okay, well I
would
see.
say- I
I
would
feel
say
privileged to have that
semi-unicorn,
bottle in my
Yeah,
growing
I
collection.
can let you try it. I got 2 openings.
Well,
We'll see if you want to open it. But anyway, so
I'm sure I want to open it.
yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
But it was just fun to buy a bottle that was kind of like we were doing something in secret.
Undercover.
Yes. It was so funny because he was like, and Mike is cool, by the way, at the bottle shop. And it'd be cool if we could get him on as a guest sometime because I'm sure his knowledge is, and the stories he tells, they're fascinating. But he
can have my microphone.
Just how he looked around, he said, just, make sure the wrong person's not around.
Well, he's like me. He said, he told me, he said, don't give up your honey hole here.
Are we giving up the honey hole now?
I think we are.
Uh-oh.
But it's okay.
Well, just edit this out.
Well, I doubt anybody from Columbus will watch this. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I
feel bad. I'll see y'all later.
I hope they do.
Look, up everything.
I got a broken cork still.
So if I'm giving up the honey hole, I apologize.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
Rookie mistake.
It's all good. Well,
I guess from now on, Prentiss, we need some safety words. You need to have a safety word for me so I know to stop.
How about it just like
a safety nudge? Chris. I apologize.
Lord, I apologize. Be with the starving pygmies
down in New Guinea.
Mm.
All right. So now we're going
Who was that?
That was Larry, the cable guy. It was
Larry?
Yes.
Okay.
Lord, I apologize.
Be with the starving pygmies down
Pray
there.
for him down in New Guinea, the starving pygmies. Yeah, that was Larry the cable guy.
He was funny. I think we should do a show one time.
Toe Mater on the cars.
Yeah.
Man, one of my oldest son, he was a car fanatic.
That cat made some money off this show.
Toe Mater. He was so funny.
Yeah. Well,
all right, I'm excited.
There's only one left. Drum roll, please.
Not a very good drum roll.
Coy Hill.
Coy Hill.
2024 special release. Coming in at 123.9%.
And this is a unicorn.
This is absolutely
a unicorn.
A unicoy.
What am I
Limited
saying? Unicoy
bottle.
State Park?
It actually has the bottle number on the side, and you can go on their website and register your bottle.
So what does that do when you register your bottle? Just registers it.
It
Just says, hey, this bottle's registered.
Hey, this guy is dumb enough to register his bottle.
So if we need to go get it, we know where to go and get the registered bottle.
The government gonna come
get your bottle there, Prentiss.
Come get.
You got it all
Donald
registered
Trump
up,
says, I want some Coy Hill. I think that Prentiss guy's got some. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna send Douche to get the Coy Hill. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Douche.
I'm kidding. So this was put in the barrel on 9/4 of 2013.
2013
was
a different world back in those days.
Bottled 8/8/24.
Wow. So
So
that
it's
was just
almost
this
10
past
years,
summer.
or almost 11 years. Sorry. Yeah, almost 11 years.
Almost 11 years there.
So it's somewhere between here and here, but higher.
So you
Coy Hill.
tried this.
Coy Hill is, I told you, is the highest point
there
at Jack Daniels.
At Lynchburg? Is that where they are?
Yeah, and it's in the Rick House, and it's the higher the proof typically is going to be higher up in
Elevation?
the Rick House. So it's going to be
So the Rick House is where they store
right.
the barrels?
So it's a big wooden
barn-like
building.
structure?
And it's typically 8 floors tall, but I'm probably wrong here, but I believe they have like 50,000 barrels in a rig house, and they have.
And how many gallons?
They probably have 53.
It's a 50-gallon, 53-gallon barrel.
They probably. You know what? I'm gonna go to the old Google machine. How many rig houses does Jack Daniels have?
And you're saying Rick with an R, correct?
Ricked.
Like Rick rolled. Never gonna give you up.
It does not. No, they have around 92 barrel houses, is what they call them. but they're Rick houses. R-I-C-K. Rick.
Like you've been Rick rolled.
Not ricked.
Rick Ashley.
You know, I could be wrong with that too. I don't. Yeah,
I know
I
I'm
am
wrong on a
not
lot of
an
things.
expert. Okay, I just give it a good
Comment, people.
hypothesis.
Please feel free to comment. Help us be educated here.
A hypothesis.
A hypothesis.
All right.
Are
we're
you a
gonna get
thesaurus
into it.
Rex?
I am a idiot.
Yeah, village is missing
I'm a
me
proof
somewhere.
whore.
That's for sure.
Here we go.
That'd make a cool T-shirt. I am proof whore.
That's mine.
That would be yours. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're the one who coined that. As far as I know.
I think I actually saw it on the B-Mans.
About being a proof whore?
Yeah.
All right, let's try this.
And Randy, thank you again. Appreciate that. All right, here we go.
This is Coy Hill.
This is Coy Hill.
Coy Hill here.
This is Coy.
Coy. Oh, Coy up on the diving board.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We better all wait.
I see why that is what it is.
There's a difference.
Wow.
There's a difference in all those.
Makes me ask the question, how did you get that Harley up on the high dive, Coy? You remember that song by Ray Stevens about the
church?
No, not the squirrel that went berserk.
Oh,
it was about, what are those guys? The Shriners Convention down somewhere in
Did you know
Hayhira, Georgia.
Been there several.
That's where I think
times.
Ray Stevens is from, isn't it?
Hayhira, Georgia is home of Hayhira Automotive. Hey, Miss Kay, good to see you.
But I believe in that song, Coy.
We should have bought that alignment machine from me. Still do.
Okay, number one. This is number one.
You think?
To me, it is. I got to find one of these bottles for my collection. Good luck.
You and every other individual in the entire world.
Man, that's so good. Is it not? You're not impressed with it?
Oh, highly impressed.
Okay, because I'm kind of trying to learn to read you here. That went to number one.
Wow.
There's none other. That's the cream.
Creme de la creme.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And that's your first time trying it.
First time. That's a banger.
That's awesome, man. So boom. So I'm here with a pro trying one for the first time. Moving up in this world, see?
That is a banger. Actually went on a website yesterday. I mean, I gotta mention it, but something about unicorns. And they do auctions. And they had those bottles for $290.
290?
Yeah.
See,
I almost got one, but
not
the
that
one
I
that
can, but I
had
could
one.
see spending that money versus what I told you earlier about that $1,800 bottle of Stag.
No.
See, I cannot see that. I cannot even really fathom putting that kind of money on a bottle.
You know what? The Stag tastes different than that.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
But like, they're on the same level.
Yes.
I mean, it's got a whole different profile, flavor, but they're on the same level. They're unicorns. They're, yeah, hard to find and worth it if you do.
Yeah, I could.
I
could see doing that. Not that I can, but I could see spending the $200 to $300.
I had a 2021 Coy Hill.
What'd you do with it?
I sold. Sorry. I mean, I
bartered it.
I didn't sell it. I traded it.
Traded it.
Yeah, at a $850 value. Traded it. Yeah, but the hazmat Coy Hills, the hazmat Coy Hill 141.6 blue ink, by the way.
What is blue ink?
The ink that they write the proof and all that on.
See, all that matters is that's something that
really
they do,
is.
isn't it? Okay.
Like that's handwritten.
I can see that with like a
So that's a
kinda,
black writing. Mine was blue writing, and like those are more collectible.
interesting.
No, these are not.
That's stamped. That's just the
Right.
machine time.
So these are like special releases, and so they handwrite the labels on them, and it just makes them more special, I guess.
Coy Hill. All right. I
Yeah.
like it.
Be on the hunt.
Well,
On the hunt.
I'm on the hunt. I'm after you.
Well,
Lost and I'm found. Yeah, I don't sing for a living. Thank goodness. But
I don't sing for a living, but
I like to sing. Not
Sing
that
on
I
the
can
side a little
sing, and y'all probably like, y'all got to get him to stop singing. All right.
more than a feeling.
That
Number one all day long. Number one, Coy Hill,
number 2. This is me.
barrel proof.
Number 3. Number 4. Number 5.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
I'm doing a top 5. That's it for me right there.
1, 2, 3. The rest, I would say this one might be above these, but 1, 2, 3 in that order. Absolutely, 100%.
Very good.
So now, do you know Jack?
I know Jack better.
Do you feel like you have a better understanding?
I do.
of Jack?
It seems like each time we do this, I have a better understanding for sure.
What are we going to do next?
That's interesting.
I think next
We've talked about so much.
we do high proof tequila.
High proof tequila.
We haven't done that many tequilas yet. We did the last week. We did the old versus the new and the Ajos.
Yep. We started out with the Fortaleza with
No.
the Stag.
No, well, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about last.
No, that was like our
Yeah.
first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Unicorns
last
and
few
big
episodes we haven't even done tequilas up until number 6. We're at number 7 now, correct? Number 7?
Yeah.
So number 6, you
7.
yeah. This is 7.
I thought we did. I don't
We did
remember.
6 about those tequilas in the giveaway.
Okay. Yeah, we did a live. That was
We
number
did
5.
that live. Number 5 is
number
alive.
5. that was the last one, right? Or no, the one before. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
It's hard to keep up with all this stuff, especially when you bring so
I
many
think
bottles out.
we're gonna stop counting the number of episodes because
I think we need to keep it going.
Really?
Yeah, we're at number 7.
Okay.
This is our 7th
All right.
episode.
Well, write it down somewhere because
And
I'll
if we
forget.
mess up, we mess up, and y'all call us on it. Maybe, who knows?
7 in Jack Heaven.
This was a good little tour here tonight. I enjoyed that. And we do have 7 bottles up here, don't we? Or is it 8? That's 8.
That's 8. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all number 7s. Anyway, well, I hate to wrap it up.
But we've got to.
It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
been real fun.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Just
But,
learning so much here.
So, I hope you were lucky enough to win the George T. Stagg
2-ounce bottle.
2-ounce pour
We'll
of
have to
George
make
T.
that
Stagg.
announcement. Yeah. I mean, you know.
We've already made that announcement, Chris.
Oh, we did. Okay. Yeah, idiot.
Anyway, hey, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You don't know Jack, but hopefully you do now.
I know it a little better. No
you know
doubt.
a little bit more about Jack now.
You know what? I think we're going to have to do this. Maybe put it off into the summertime, but we're going to have to take us a trip.
Oh, absolutely.
I have never been to the distillery, and we're going to do an on-location video of what they'll let us do.
I'm down all day. Do a tasting,
Yeah, and I think that
tour
would be,
tasting.
maybe even pick something up there, bring it back, and do another giveaway.
I'm down. We could do a Tennessee taster.
Yeah, and just
they
have
have the little 375 bottles
yeah.
that you can only get at the distillery.
And bring that back, bring a couple of them back for
Yeah.
our own collection, and have one to do a giveaway. I
Yeah.
think that would be a fun giveaway.
Sounds like a good idea. What do y'all think?
Yeah, y'all
let
hit
us
us
know
in those comments.
Let us know in the comments. Come on, you can
give us
do it.
that thumbs up, guys. Come on, y'all hit that like button.
Subscribe, like,
Follow
comment,
along.
follow, whatever you want to do. Just do something. Come on, you can do it.
You can do it all night long.
We're gonna have some lives here coming up soon too.
Yeah, we got to do another one. That was fun.
Yeah, it really was.
Yep.
But anyway, y'all have a good night, and
hope y'all enjoy your weekend.
Catch you on the flip side.
The flip side.
Good night. All right, we're fixing to do the drawing for the 2-ounce pour of George T. Stagg for Oak and Agave. We've got all the comments loaded and everything like we're supposed to do. Verified everybody, made sure they're subscribed and commented done. And here we go. 6. Oh, the anticipation is killing me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Austin. I did pick you. You are the winner, Austin Schultz of the George T. Stagg. Congratulations, brother. We appreciate you. Thank you.